Once upon a time, there was a boy named Abdullah who lived by the river in the village of Noorpur. When he turned 18, his parents died when the roof of their house collapsed. Abdullah struggled to catch 2 or 3 fishes from the river every week, and he would sell those fish to make his living. One day, Abdullah was fishing by the river when, instead of fish, a clay pot got caught in his net. Abdullah opened the pot and a genie came out of it. Abdullah was surprised to see this when Genie said,
My master, I am grateful to you for freeing me. Tell me any wish you have, and I will fulfill it. I can make you the richest man in the world, or even a king.
Abdullah replied, No, just tell me, where in the river I can find the most fish so that I can easily catch them. The genie said,
Sure, my master, come with me.
He took Abdullah to the other side of the river and said,
You can catch fish from here.
After that, the genie disappeared. Abdullah started catching fish from that spot every day and sell them in the market. One day, Abdullah caught 4 fish of beautiful colors that he had never seen before. As he was going to the market to sell them, an old man said,
Young man, sell these fish to the king. He will give you a good price for them.
Abdullah did as he was told and took his fish to the king's court. The king was impressed by the fish and gave Abdullah a handsome reward. The king said he did not want to eat such beautiful fish, but couldn't stop looking at them either. But king wanted.
If they look so beautiful, then how delicious must they taste?
King ordered his minister to have the fish cooked immediately. When the servant placed the fish in the pan, the fish began to speak, saying, Don't cook us! Help us! The servant quickly went to the king and told him everything. When the king saw the fish talking to himself, he ordered to bring Abdullah to the court. When Abdullah came to the court, the king asked him where you had caught these fish. Abdullah explained that he had caught them from the other side of the river. The king decided to visit the other side of the river himself. When the king arrived there, he saw a ruined palace and a village made of stone nearby. When the king entered the palace, he heard a voice. When the king followed the sound, he found a man lying on a bed, half made of stone and half human. The king asked, What is all this? The man explained that he was the king of the village.
A witch tricked me into marrying her. When I found out the truth, she turned me into half stone and turned my entire village to stone as well. In my village, there is a magical well whose water can make a person young and fulfill any wish. Fairies used to take care of this well, but the witch turned the fairies into fish and threw them into the river. Now, the witch wants to establish the rule of Satan over this village.
The king asked,
Is there any way to break this spell?
The Stone King replied,
Yes, there is. If a pure-hearted person with no greed can draw water from the well and throw it on the witch, she will die, and her magic will be broken.
After hearing this, King devised a plan to find such a person. He made an announcement in the village that beautiful fish had appeared in the well, and the king declared that whoever brought those fish from the well would be rewarded and will be appointed as king's minister. Only young men were allowed to enter the well, and king had thrown a bag of gold coins into the well. Every time a young man went into the well, he found a bag of gold, he would come out and lie, saying there was nothing in the well. When it was Abdullah's turn, he entered the well. After finding the bag of coins, Abdullah came out and said to the king, "There are no fish, but I found this bag of coins. I don't know whose it is." The king said,
You are the honest person we were looking for.
The king told Abdullah the entire story and asked him to help free the village from the witch's curse. Abdullah went with the king, drew water from the well, and went to the witch's cave. The witch was worshipping Satan there. Abdullah cleverly poured the water on the witch, and she immediately turned into ashes. Now the entire village was freed from her curse. As promised, King rewarded Abdullah with prizes and appointed him as his special minister.